Hey people of the VC, it's Andy, a Cloudy and Wilder. Got a collection update for you this time with no vinyl at all. I realised that I have been neglecting my CD and tape updates of late. I still pick up a lot of CDs, and I've been picking up a few more cassettes recently than I have before. I realised that I probably buy most of my CDs, new CDs, at gigs, and I haven't been to any gigs since early February. I used to go to between 3 and 5 a month, so my CD buying has actually gone down now, with the exception of CDs I've had through VCLT, of which I'm very grateful for. I don't think I've shown any this year at all, so I thought I would rectify that right now and bring you up with CD purchases, acquisitions for this year so far, and tapes as well. I've picked up a few of those too. There's a couple of things in here that are VCLT as well, with a little help from my friends. I've stolen that title from Mark G with a C. So yes, let's dive in. So first up, this is a band I saw, one of the last gigs I went to in Glasgow in January. The band is called Sith, which is kind of difficult to tell from the name up here, but they are a band from Glasgow, and they play straight up really good heavy metal. A couple of members of the band are in a another power metal band I've talked about before called Farseer. Bissett on vocals, and Baz, who's the lead guitarist on here, plays bass in Farseer. But Farseer are much more of a power metal band, but Sith Road to Infinity, I think it's a self-released album, private press, but it came out in 2018. And the gig that I saw them play was the first time they played live in ages. I want to say 10 years, but I may be wrong on that. Yeah, check out the songs Road to Infinity, the title album, and I think it's My Bitterness sounds like it could have been sung or written for Bruce Dickinson as well. It's absolutely fantastic song. Next up, we've got some Anthrax live at the Island Years. If I see any sort of Anthrax compilations and live albums, I'll pick them up. I love the band, and killer stuff. It's, as with most Anthrax live releases, the set list is pretty much the same. They've not really changed much since '94, apart from chuck in something from Worship music, and that's about it. Visigoth, the Revenant Ring. I can't read that. As I say, it's the Revenant Ring. I've been called this with a Reverend King for quite some time now. Visigoth are classic traditional metal. Their second album I picked up recently. I can't remember the name of it, to be honest with you. A lot of these don't have the CDs in, so I've got very little room for CDs. In fact, let me show you. So I've got 4 of these boxes, which constitutes my heavy metal CD collection, and they sit under my desk, and it's difficult to get stuff in and out quickly. So I've got this, which is the Beast. I call it the Beast. It's a 200 CD changer, which is going to make a noise now, which I picked up last year, and maybe once a year I'll empty it and then just fill it with another bunch of CDs. I tend to put maybe about 100 in, 125 or so, and then as I pick up new ones, they go in as well throughout the year. But that's pretty much my source for CDs, to make sure that I've got them on hand and I can have a listen to them as well. But yeah, so Visigoth, and I'm struggling to remember 2015 release. That's it. It's really good, sort of epic heavy metal. a Spider Baby, Let Us Pray. These next couple are next few are ones that I got from Music Magpie, mostly kind of blind buys. This is very much of the kind of industrial Marilyn Manson-esque type. It's really, really good. I quite like a bit of that. Children of Bodom, Are You Dead Yet? From 2006. This is the fourth or fifth Children of Bodom I've got. Probably going to stop around here because it's, whereas I like a little bit of it every now and again, this is the closest I get to death metal, and it's not really death metal, is it? It's melodic death metal. But I do enjoy a little bit of Children of Bodom every now and then. Are You Dead Yet? The Damned Things and Ironclast. All right, Ironclast. Do you know what, the number of times, the length of time I've had some of these albums, and I've just assumed I've known the name, and I've not actually read the name. That says Ironic Last, doesn't it? And I've been calling it Ironclast for such a long time. So the Damned Things are a collaboration between you can call it a supergroup. Scott Ian from Anthrax is in it, which kind of interested me. But also there's a couple of guys from Fall Out Boy. Now, a while ago, I kind of quite liked Fall Out Boy, but I don't really get it anymore. But I listened to this evening just to remind myself, and it's kind of okay, but it's not something I would listen to a lot. This is from 2010. Some more kind of industrial electronic rock. This is Misery Loves Company from 1995 on Earache. Not a bad album. Say I like to dive into that every now and again. Some more Anthrax. This is again, I picked this up super cheap. This is No Hit Wonders. It's a 2 CD set with pretty much greatest hits from the first 5 albums, with things like Bring the Noise on it as well. Too much to say about that one. Now this is this next one is I picked up on the strength of one of Mark G with the Seas videos some time ago. He showed it. I thought the cover was superb. This is self-titled Eerie, and it's a 5-track EP. Mark showed the vinyl, but I saw this was going on eBay for under £5, so I thought I'd pick it up. And it's a real kind of mixture of I think one of the things on Discogs calls it like black metal, but it's kind of it's sludgy, it's grimy, it's a bit doomy, but I guess there are some black metal elements to it as well. So this is Eerie from 2016, self-titled EP. Another band, a band that I knew before, but again, another Mark G with a C tip-off, because he saw it on eBay and sent me the link, and that is Metal Inquisitor, Doomsday for the Heretic. I have Doomsday at the HOA, I think it is, which is a live album, which is superb, but Metal Inquisitor, fantastic, galloping, straight up heavy metal. So the main CD is in my CD changer, fantastic stuff if you like galloping. I think they're German as well, galloping German heavy metal. Inquisitor. Video I did recently, I showed the Halloween box set, the United Alive box, and the CD DVD set that I picked up, and that got me on a bit of an Andy Derris kick. So I went off and picked up some Halloween CDs as well, ones that I think a lot of people are familiar with, which I wasn't. So Master of the Rings from where's this from? I'll have to look it up. 1994. There we go. Really good album. Time of the Oath, a lot of people's favourite Derris era album, from what I can gather. Again, really enjoy it. I think the first half of the album absolutely rips, and then it kind of tailed off a little bit for me. But I've not given it the amount of time that it deserves. I'm going to go back and play with that a lot more. Now, much maligned. I know this isn't Derris era. This is Pink Bubbles Go Ape. Now, I didn't hear this album when it first came out. I was on a much different path by then. So this is 1991. So I wasn't expecting it, or I knew it wouldn't sound like Keepers Part 3, and I knew that they changed pretty much the direction they were going, and it was all just a bit different. So I kind of went into this with an open mind, and I actually really enjoyed it. I think it's got some good songs if you can get past the fact that it's not classic Halloween from the 80s. But I really don't get the hate for this album, other than people wanted Keepers 3 and they didn't get it. They got Pink Bubbles Go Ape. Yeah, terrible name, terrible cover, fried eggs on your eyes. It's not going to help at all, but I actually really enjoyed that album. Good stuff. Some 3 Inches of Blood. I thought I would expand out my newish thrash metal knowledge of modern bands, and I kind of enjoyed this, but I wasn't that taken by the clean and dirty vocals on it. I didn't really get the point. I didn't think it enhanced the music at all. And after I posted this one on my Cloudy Milder Facebook page, thanks to everybody that joins in, by the way, on that Facebook page. It's a lot of fun doing the what's spinning and what have you. But when I put this on, I had lots of people saying that they stopped doing that dual vocals after a while. So I do want to pick up some more 3 Inches of Blood. So if you do have any recommendations, as usual, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what I should be looking for next with these guys. Mastodon, another band I've never really been that asked to find out too much about, to be honest with you. But again, Music Magpie, it was a CD I chucked in to get me a good deal. And to be honest with you, I listened to it when it came, and I had to have another quick listen to it, listen to the first few tracks off this before making this video, and it's not what I expected. It was kind of, it was good. It's kind of a little bit sludgy, a little bit doomy, a bit sort of progressive metal as well, almost thrashy in places. After this, I'm gonna go and spin the rest of this, although it is like 70 minutes long or something, so that's kind of puts me off a little bit, but we'll see. I motored through these. The last CD I'm going to show today is, and I've mentioned him for the twice already, I think, so for the third time. This was a very kind gift from Mark G with a C. He showed the Probot album in a video of his recently, and I'd commented that here's an album I always kind of liked, or liked a few tracks off it, but I'd never bothered to pick up on CD, and he actually was bothered to send it to me, so thanks for that. I mean, I love on here Shake Your Blood, the Lemmy one, is one of my favorite heavy metal tracks of all time. I didn't necessarily appreciate some more of the extreme band members, extreme metal band members that were in this at the time, but I've grown to love this. I've had this as a digital copy for a long time, so it's fantastic to have this as a physical copy and to listen to it properly with the liner notes and all that. It's not made it into the beast yet, but I have spun it a couple of times. Thanks again, Mark, for that. That was a really nice surprise. I didn't know he was sending it to me, and then it appeared. Now, I picked up some cassettes as well, and about half of these cassettes I've picked up courtesy of Metal Mickey. He's on a massive tape kick at the moment, and he's been buying bundles and things, and he's been offering up some of the ones that he's not necessarily that keen on. He picked up a big Magnum bundle. I've been on a massive Magnum kick. In fact, I've probably bought more Magnum CDs this year than any other band, and I've not shown them in this update simply because I am working on a Magnum ranking video, and Magnum have like 21 albums. I don't have them all yet, and I'd like to have them all just for completeness now. Um, and yeah, just trying to rank 21 albums is fucking hard, I tell you. It's especially when some of them are new and some of them you have real you've got a real emotional bond with from knowing for so long. But watch them. I mean, these two will both appear in there at some point, but I wanted to thank Mike on camera for sending these on, and that's Chase the Dragon by Magnum. Now this will, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna appear quite highly in my ranking. It's a superb album. It's probably the first Magnum album that I ever heard. This in Vigilante. The other one, and I have not heard this one yet because as I'm working through the list slowly but surely, but this is Sleepwalking from 1992, and this actually marks quite a nice transition in my collection because everything before Sleepwalking I have on vinyl, everything after Sleepwalking I have on CD, and then boom, this one straight in the middle. So I'm going to taking my time going through, but looking forward to giving this one a spin as well. So thanks again for those two, Mike. Oh, in fact, there's a third one I got from Mike as well, and that was I didn't realize he was going to be sending me this one because I did tell him that I had this in 1990, I think, when it came out. So Steve Vai, Passion and Warfare, and it's one of those albums that I remember really enjoying. And then when I got back into vinyl, I bought it on vinyl, played it, and thought it just didn't click at all. But I used to have the tape. I think I still have this tape somewhere. I know because I never get rid of anything, and I'm sure there's this and a couple of Iron Maiden cassettes at least, and a couple of others that I put aside for safekeeping in a box somewhere so I wouldn't lose them, that I cannot find for love nor money. Love nor money. It's in my house. I can't find for the life of me. But it's great to actually see it again. Great memories. And it's one of these ones that's got super long J card with lyrics and stuff like that as well. So very cool to have that back on cassette. Brings back a lot of memories. So thanks again for sending that on, Mike. I've got 3 other cassettes to show. So Midnight Force, great Scottish heavy metal band. I've talked about these guys a lot. Restless Blade was their first EP. I've got this on multiple formats. They're a band I've seen so many times live that I try to pick something up off the merch table. I've got the original Private Press CD of this. I've got the label release that they re-release that they did with additional tracks, and now I've got it on tape. And this is number 16 of 100. It's a great 5-track EP. Thoroughly recommend checking out Midnight Force and Restless Blade. Hellripper, a band again I've shown a lot. This is Coagulating Darkness on cassette. I have this on CD. I've not even opened this yet. I picked this up when James McBain was having he was either having a sale or it was a one of those Bandcamp waive the fees days, and I wanted to I just wanted to help out because it's such a great art. It's such a great band. We had him on our Contact in Blood collaboration channel recently, and he did an absolutely super interview with him. Really nice guy. So I picked up this at a t-shirt, and also pre-ordered his new album on cassette and CD as well. So yeah, so I'll not open that. It'll be one of those nice keepsakes. I'll stick at the side because I do have it on the CD. And lastly, another UK band, thrash band. This is Inhuman Nature and Live at the Dev. Inhuman Nature, great UK thrash band. I saw them live last year, and this is a concert they did in London, live at the Dev on tape, and they did it in this this special packaging. It's number 14. Only 50 of these were produced. It's the first press, April 2020. I wanted to grab one of these, so I thought it'd be a lot of fun to have. I'm presuming the track listing is pretty much the same as they would have played when they came up to Edinburgh. The tape has a nice kind of homemade feel to it, although, professionally printed, but kind of has that homemade vibe about it. And in this wee envelope came also a Inhuman Nature patch and Post-Mortem Apocalypse little flyer from the label that put this out, and a pin badge as well. There we go. So I thought it was kind of nice, and but it is one of those awkward packaging that doesn't sit anywhere on the shelf. So I kind of keep that in a drawer with some of the patches and things that I've not done anything with yet, and keep that on the with my other tapes that I've got. But Inhuman Nature, excellent UK thrash, modern thrash band, well worth checking out. They don't really sound like they're ripping off the 80s at all, which I particularly like. All right, so there we go. A big old bunch of CDs and tapes I've picked up recently. I've probably got rid of more CDs this year than I've actually brought in. I've decided to have a cull. As you see, I've got 4 of those boxes I showed before, and I reached a saturation point, so I've decided to get rid of anything I wasn't listening to and would be unlikely to listen to again, and also things that I had doubled up on CD. So a load of stuff went on eBay, and I ended up buying more vinyl as a result. So that was all cool. But anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what your favourites from this list are, or any that you don't like, or just say hello in the comments. Great to talk to you. Thanks for watching. Catch you again soon.